channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm a little bit sleepy, but God put something on my heart to share with you guys in regards to creating a prevention plan when Satan tries to use his schemes. And so we all know that Satan's schemes are usually the same. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And so for me, I've thought about the things that I've allowed Satan to get ahead of me on that I could have prevented because I knew what he was going to do to push my buttons. You know what I mean? So I say all that to say, if you know the things that trigger you, if you know the things that you feel like, oh, if this were to happen to me, I don't know what I'd do. Or if this were to happen to me, I would lose my mind. First of all, don't speak that, because you're speaking that into existence. And if you speak that, then that's exactly what's going to happen. And losing your mind and basically lacking faith and, not having a plan in place for if something like this were to happen is not going to be to your benefit. So for me personally, I thought about the worst circumstance that I could be in with some of the things that I'm like kind of fearful of, or some of the things that I just want to prevent from happening. I'm not fearful of it anymore, actually. Because of everything that I've been through, I've pretty much gotten to a place like Paul was at in the Bible, where he said pretty much like, hey, I'm good whether this happens. I'm good whether I have it all, whether I have nothing. I've seen both places. I've been at both places. And so I know how to live with or without. So nothing really bothers me at this point. And so that's pretty much where I am at. And so I've gotten to that place. And so now that I've gotten there, nothing can really move me in the way it used to. Now, there are some things that I've thought about that if I hadn't sat and really thought about it and really like planned out, okay, if this were to happen, how would you react? Okay, if you feel like you're going to react this way, what can we do so that you can react in the best way possible? Like, how can we change your mindset to make this a positive outcome or an outcome to where you do not have anxiety or stress, because God does not give us those type of spirits. You know what I mean? I was thinking about the fruit of the spirit. I was like, okay, how can I maintain the fruit of the spirits in any circumstance? And so I thought about the worst circumstances that I could ever be in. And then I started to plan out in my head, okay, if this happens, then the worst thing that can happen is this. And so if this happens, then let me think on, okay, how can I make this positive? How can I make this a good thing? Oh, okay, so this is not as bad as I thought. So I'll be good if this happens. I'm not going to lose my mind if this happens. And versus it happening out of nowhere, and then like it's Satan throwing a curveball, or it could be God throwing a curveball. Sometimes God will throw us curveballs so that we can grow and so that we can have the strength that we need in, crazy circumstances that we don't know how to be strong in. And so he's doing that to strengthen us, to strengthen our faith, to strengthen our courage, and to just help us to get in our word, to just seek for the things that we need to help us keep that strength and to build that strength up. And so when you do that and you like take precautions and you make a prevention plan so that you don't lose your mind, or you don't, think about suicide, or you don't have these negative feelings, it's a great space to be in, because it's playing chess. You know that Satan is not going to get you at any angle. You know that he's not going to overtake you. You're controlling the outcome. You're controlling the outcome through Christ, or through his plans, or what he would have you to do. You know what I'm saying? You're following his instruction. You're not being anxious. You're not worrying. You're not being fearful, but you're following the fruits of the spirit, and you're trusting him that he's going to work it out, and that all things work together for your good. And if you continue to have that mindset, you continue to stay faithful and don't waver, don't be tossed to and fro like the winds or the waves, then you're rooted. You're rooted in your trust in God, and he will carry you through that. And so that's pretty much all I had today. I hope it was helpful. It was helpful to me because I was just really thinking about that, and it just really spoke to me. And I stopped meditating on the what ifs, but more so creating prevention plans. And I think that it's better to do that than to always sit wondering if something bad is going to happen. Let's think about what if something good happens? What if good comes out of this? And what good can come out of this? And sometimes you get that answer after the circumstance, but if you sit and you think and you pray, you read your word, God will give it to you beforehand. So that's just something I've experienced. It's something that has helped me mentally and spiritually, and hopefully it helps you as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.